welcome to this episode of Violin Studio with Sharon. Today we are going to look at Lightly Roll, which is number 63 from String Builder Book 1. Now, when looking at this song, perhaps it's something very familiar to you, or perhaps it's the first time you ever have seen this folk tune. Now, what would be the easiest way to start tackling the new notes? I have shared in previous episode on some of the violin practice tips. If you have not done so, please refer to those tips. They are very, very helpful and useful. I'm going to implement some of these techniques in this particular song. When we look at the first two measures, we're going to omit the open A and focus on the moving notes. I know we have F, G, E, so perhaps we can just try that. When I feel more comfortable with this, I will add an A before that. Yes, making sure that my first finger on the left hand is in place before I start playing. The first finger is the anchor. It is the guiding finger for you to locate your second finger. And thus your third finger is right next to your second finger. Now, while we are still learning in very small increments, we want to focus on the lifting and dropping of each finger from the bass knuckle. Very good. Now we are ready to move to the next two measures, which is a little scale. We have D, E, F, G, A. Again, we are going to omit open A string. So what we have left is D, E, F, G. Now, in order to cross to A, we must stop the bow at the end of G, which is the end of the old string, and then cross to A. Let's try one more time. You notice that even when I'm playing open A, I do not take away fingers. I keep them relatively close to the string so that the next two measures, I will have them back. While talking about the next two measures, what do you see? Exactly. They're the same as measure 1 and 2. So identifying repeating patterns or repeating notes is the next strategy. It helps to make the song a little more manageable because we know what we can anticipate. So the last 5 notes of this line seems tricky, right? But if we look carefully again, omitting open A, what do we have? We have D, F. Does that make it much more manageable? Now, seeing the right note, playing the right note, and then we add the A back. Stop the bow and cross. Come back to F. In order to find your second finger after the open string, it is important to have your first finger in place. So the guiding finger is very, very useful throughout the entire line. Now we can look at line 2. We see repeating notes. So that's another strategy. Looking at repeating notes and identifying the moving notes that are on measure 2 and measure 4. We have E, F, G, and measure 4 we have F, G, A. So let's just focus on those moving notes, one measure at a time. Let's do it again. Then we can put the repeating E's back. Then we look at measure 4, F, G, A. That's right. And you notice the rest of the song is just simply repeating the beginning notes. Breaking the song into smaller units, smaller chunks, sometimes focusing on 2 notes or 4 notes at a time, 1 measure to 2 measures at a time, 2 measures to 4 measures at a time, until we can connect the entire line together. Whenever you are learning a new song, take a moment to analyze the notes, looking for repeating patterns, and also looking for repeating notes. Identifying moving notes and open strings. Taking smaller chunks, breaking them down in smaller units. It could be 2 to 4 notes, 2 measures at a time, or even 1 measure at a time, until you feel comfortable, and gradually connect them until you get the entire line. Now, let's play along together this entire song.